Back in Week 1, the Falcons lost a thriller in their previous game against the Buccaneers. Can Tampa Bay sweep the series? Find out next on Madden Football.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Tampa. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Goff. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 23 carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
This will be fielded at the 17. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 133 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room, in the cold tub, trying to get his legs back for this game.
Looking to throw on second down. Callahan. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. From the gun on third down. Callahan flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back to throw. Callahan. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the gun on third down. Callahan.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Goff. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Joe Tryon. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air.
On 1st down, it's Hunt. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. his second touchdown on the season.
And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December. No.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
The Falcons ready to take over. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
They'll run with Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Swift takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Callahan. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Callahan. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Looking to throw. Callahan. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Callahan. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Callahan. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Back to throw. Callahan. Steps away to his left. And he will slide down with a good gain. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Goff. A very quick pass to Ridley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley.
his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that last throw, Charles, an important one stat-wise for this young rookie. It puts him over 4,000 yards passing for the season.
And you think about some of the great seasons by rookie quarterbacks in recent vintage. How about Andrew Luck in 2012 with 4,374 yards? Cam Newton had a big rookie year. So did Robert Griffin III. And how about Justin Herbert in 2020? He hit the league with a splash.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
On first down, it's gone. He's got White here. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's a second down. Here's Goff. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On third down, here's Hunt. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense.
And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to get coverage in his direction.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Callahan. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend in the NFL. Some of the best games of the weekend come in that 1 o'clock Eastern window, one of which features the Panthers at home in Carolina as they'll square off against the L.A. Chargers. Taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And then on Sunday night, the national audience in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw again, Callahan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Callahan. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense, because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a toss for Swift left side. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. To throw on 2nd down, Callahan. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Callahan. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And his kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second and 10. Here's Goff. He'll leave this one for White. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun. Goff. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, Ottage, the punt team sending this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agree with me. That's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
On 2nd down, Swift, and he stopped immediately there. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Callahan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Callahan. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On 1st down, Swift, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Callahan. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Callahan. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Off the play fake, Callahan. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Foyesade Oluokun coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Callahan, the quick slant caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy's steaming ahead, and he has hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you can get to the top.
Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
No gain on the play there, second down. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. On second down, right back to Hunt. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. This is White on the screen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give him that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at about the 14. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. And the stats on his game, they really tell the story. A strong start. I don't know that the defense has really changed a whole lot as opposed to maybe just sticking to that game plan and shutting him down now.
I like where you're going with that because normally we talk about adjustments and drastic changes in a game plan in order to shut someone down. But in this case, maybe they're just sticking with what they worked on all week and they're just making better plays. And so far, they've got to like what they've been doing in the second half. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Callahan. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. To throw on second down. Callahan throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On 1st and 10, Callahan. Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Throwing on 1st down. Callahan going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. Off play action. Callahan. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the handoff, it's Moss. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Callahan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took it in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
That's caught at the 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Goff. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. 20, 10, 5, and he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Goff now looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. This is White, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Off the play fake. Callahan. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Callahan. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Callahan. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Here's Swift. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. DeAndre Swift hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Koo now for the point after. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off with a touchdown run of 6 yards. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now Goff on first down. It's caught. This is White. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Goff now looks to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that will be incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's a toss right side for Hunt. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did? That they were lining up just to draw him off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. On first down, Goff. That's complete to White. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a throw here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Gano now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. That time a 9-play drive. And Kareem Hunt the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Swift
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he gets it down to the 32. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
Down to the 25. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.